Yo, what up guys, Mysterious here, and today we're already back with a new episode of this series. Because of the extremely high demand on how to beat Azir, I've already put this in place and we're gonna get straight into it. Azir is very strong laner currently and also scales very well. He has a very flexible kit, has a lot of different aspects in his kit, so people find it hard to beat him. To beat him, we really gotta understand what Azir wants to do in lane. Azir wants to poke you out and pressure you out in lane with his long range and medium fast wave clear. We gotta keep this in mind. So let's instantly look at the weaknesses and form for ourselves a game plan on how we can beat Azir. So Azir has some long cooldowns early. His Q is like above 10 seconds early, so that's something that we can really abuse. His level 1 is extremely weak since he has only access to his W. He has very high early mana costs, especially on his E, so maybe if we can get a gank on to him, we can force a lot of his mana out and then he kind of struggles in lane. He's quite squishy, so assassins can find a lot of kill angles into Azir. And since Azir's wave clear is medium fast, right, he is outshoveable by champions that have faster wave clear than him. So the main things that I like to use to beat Azir are I like to abuse his long cooldowns early and abuse his level 1 especially. I've got a video about this which I will show you in a bit, which can somewhat visualize how you do this against Azir. I also like to waste his mana. If he's pushing me in, I'm just asking my jungle, just come gank me, just at least let him waste his WEQ combo. That's gotta be at least 1/3 of its mana pool, and that helps me out a lot in lane. Also, tethering his Q range is insane. If you can dodge out on his Q by faking your movement and faking CS and stuff, he's gonna struggle because of his long cooldowns, because of his mana cost, and because of the fact that he wants to poke you out. If he's not able to do that, we basically counter him. And another nice way to counter him is, for example, by picking champions that go Doran's Shield, Second Wind, and Teleport. Azir wants to poke you out. This is the anti-poke in general. So this is great stuff into Azir. So what we see here is me laning as Victor versus Azir. And with the concepts I just described, what I really want to do is I want to punish his level 1, and I do that by playing around my own cooldowns, being my Victor Q. I also want to tether his Q once he gets it up, and when his Q is down, I want to gain more space in the lane. So right now I'm just using my Q to poke at level 1. He's slowly getting lower HP. And I don't mind taking a heavy trade like this, where I can get Q1 and Q2 onto him. Because as we can see, he keeps losing more and more HP. Right now we reach level 2. Boom, nice tethering on his Q. He can't get the auto attack off, so the main part of the damage is gone. And right now we got a few seconds in the lane, which are completely mine. I E him into a Q, and I've won the early lane. Next up, I want to give you a few examples of champions that are good and not good into Azir. So I'm gonna explain these. Kassadin and Yone are very good into Azir because they scale very well. They can get onto him and they can survive the early lane with, for example, Doran's Shield and Second Wind. Seraph also works into Azir because he outranges Azir and he can outshove him as well. So Azir kind of struggles into Seraph as well. So the champions that you do not want to pick are short range champions that struggle against poke. They have no sustain, they don't like to go D-shield, and they get absolutely blasted by Azir's range. And you're gonna just have a miserable time. You're never gonna get onto him because he has a dash, and I do not recommend you picking these champions into him. So to summarize, how I like to beat Azir is by abusing his level 1, keeping his cooldowns in mind, especially his Q cooldowns, and tethering his Q range and making sure that he misses his Q so I can abuse the long cooldowns that he has and get some priority in the lane. If I don't have a champion that's able to do this, for example by being melee, I really like to run Doran's Shield and Second Wind with TP so I can survive the lane, CS up, and one-shot him later and get onto him later so I can beat him that way. That's gonna be it for today, guys. As usual, if you guys have any comments or feedback, leave it down below in the comments and let me know which champion you want to see next week. Thank you all for watching.